Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 with me, Daddy Jokey. And unbeknownst to me, and that's probably not a good thing for a farmer to have not realized, is we have another batch of baby goats up here in our little pasture. They're gonna be kind of hard to find, but let's hop in and see if we can scope out some of them. I think there is one. No, that's an old one. No, that's an older one. So I don't know. I can't find them anywhere. All of these are the teenagers that we have, so I'm not really sure where the babies are. But I know that we definitely have... Oh, is this one? Yep, that is one of them. That is one of our fresh baby goats. And so yeah, so this pasture is actually filling up. Currently, let's hop on out of here. Currently, there is 24 out of 30 animals. So one more set of births from our original goat. These mamas will spawn, I guess we can call it, and not in a computer way. Another set of 6 in about 5 months. And that's going to be the last goats. And then we will be at maximum production capacity for our goats. And we can either sell our goats in order to keep producing more, or we just stop having more and they will keep producing milk. In terms of our sheep, I think we should have some... Yep, there they are. Look at these little ones. We have baby sheeps as well. There's 10 of them running around this particular pasture. Look at them. Oh, they're really difficult to see, but let's see if we can zoom in. They're pretty adorable, especially look at it waddle. Look at it waddle. It's so cute. Very nice. Like I said before, I will say it again. The addition of the baby animals pretty much changes nothing for the gameplay in Farming Simulator, but it makes it so much cuter. Even if you just stop by and look at them, even though it's a game, they're not real animals, it still kind of brightens my day. Looks like I may have accidentally toggled that on. But anyway, so this is basically immediate follow-up to the previous episode where I wanted to do some baling as well as harvesting, and unfortunately the runtime of the episode would be just a little too long for me to want to do that. As it were, it was already running up to 40 minutes, and so unfortunately I decided to cut it and then decided to record it, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna have enough time to record it because I have to go to my... I guess I don't consider this job, so not other job, to my actual job, in little less than an hour, and so I'm gonna have a lot to do. But in the meantime, we're gonna go and we're gonna bale all of the straw, and once we're done with that, we're gonna roll the day over and set worker to harvest. I have found out what happened. Well, actually, I haven't found out what happened in the previous episode, but I have found somewhat what happened during the recording fiasco in the previous episode. I don't know why, but essentially, we don't have any rolls. Well, that won't do at all. Okay then, let's park it right here. We're gonna have to go to the shop and buy round bale net. Okay. So anyway, where was I? Right, what had happened was I started the recording, and I'm only saying this because I felt like a moron not starting a recording, despite the fact that I thought I for sure did. It's a thing that I double check before I leave desktop and toggle back into the game and make sure that my game is running. And so what happened, or my recording is running. And so I have a clip 10 seconds long of the original recording for this episode, which involved a lot of the remainder of the building of the new greenhouse area. And so I know what happened, I just don't know why it happened, is what I'm trying to say. There is no way for me to like check. There is no, there's no log of why it shut down. And yes, I did verify whether or not I had any kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Any kind of keyboard shortcut that I may have accidentally pressed while playing the game that turned it off. But that actually wasn't it for sure. So I don't know. Anyway, let's buy a thing of bale, what is it, bale net, round bale net, and then we'll get out of here. Baling. Grassland baling, there we go. Consumables, square, round bale net. I wonder what that is. Oh, that is a bale wrap. Okay, I think we're gonna need probably just the one roll. Film binding. No. Do we have to pay extra for the Massey Ferguson? Yeah, let's buy the Massey Ferguson, eh? It doesn't cost any extra. And I want to see what it does. So, there. Let's, I'm not even going to cut this out. I'm just gonna hoist it up and throw it on the truck. This is something that, like, I doubt is that heavy. And we're gonna go and put it with our baler. And after we've done that, we will continue baling, and we will make quick work of that baling so we can progress to June 2 and get this other field, which I was gonna say on my right, but actually this isn't mine yet. This field right here on my right now, all done up as well. And oh, quick update. Let me pause right over here. In one of the previous episodes, I was wondering if 7 out of 8, if number 8 was still a growth state or if that was harvested state. I now know this based on what happened with the other field. When it reaches 8, that means it's harvestable. So 7 is the last growth stage for barley. If we go into our oat field, that actually only has 5 growth stages. So, yeah. Interesting, huh? Alrighty. Let's drive on through our farm. Maybe let's not speed through. Although there shouldn't really be anybody walking about, so we can do what we want. Hopefully Walter isn't strolling around the corner where we can see him and then we'll clip him with the truck. And then again, after we got out of jail for involuntary manslaughter, we'd be the owner of the entire farm. So we will refill that. And that, yeah, like I said, I didn't think it was going to take all of them. It took 2 rolls. And if I remember previously how much a roll it actually took to do any baling, it wasn't a lot. So I think we'll be happily using this, at the very least, this entire season, potentially, this entire harvesting season, potentially even 2, because it uses very little of the bale wrap. So I'm gonna pop a UE, and then we're gonna unfold, turn on, lower, and hold up. Before we do bale size, let's do the larger bales, the 150 centimeter bales. That way we don't have too many to pick up afterwards, even though they're gonna be a smidgen heavier. And I know, I'm kind of fumbling around with it right now. It's gonna get a lot faster once we actually get underway. Here we go. And yeah, So this is the first time we're using this baler right here. So actually, let's snap a quick pic. Bam. For the thumbnail. And then we'll happily continue. And it is true that I don't necessarily love my round balers because of the need to constantly unload them and stop. I would prefer to have one where I can just keep going. And I think in FS20, no, not 25, in FS15, I think, it's been a long time, there was either a mod or a DLC of a baler, round baler, that also had a wrapper. So it was a baler wrapper combo, and you could turn off the wrapper, if I remember correctly. And then you would essentially have a round baler that could continue baling indefinitely, because it would, or I don't remember, that doesn't make sense. It still needed to unload into the, yeah, I don't know why to unload. And yes, we can see that I am using the what is it called, the better baling mod or whatever, where my vehicle automatically slows down when I reach 90% and automatically stops when I reach 100%. That way I don't actually have to worry about missing any bits of straw. And so this is one of those mods that it's just a nice quality of life, simple to do baling. You know, I don't have to, it's not that I don't have to pay attention, because you still have to drive over the straw without missing, but it definitely makes it a lot easier not to have to like keep an eye out, especially when you're recording and yammering about things. It's very easy to forget what you're doing and just like miss several feet of field. So hopefully that's not going to happen with this mod, or hopefully, I know it won't, because the mod will stop the vehicle and not allow it to move until after. So here we go. We might have to come and pick that up again, or not. Cool. Well, as you can see, with the 150 centimeter bales, so that's 1.5 meter size, I'm just picking that up for the sake of I guess I could say OCD, even though I don't have OCD. It's just one of those things where, like, if I see an incomplete pass like that, I try to pick it up, and I think something is, that might just be chopped straw. I think that's what it is from that initial cut that I did to the field. So we'll stop worrying about that. And here is our bale number 2. You can see how it jerks into a stop. It would be nice if it could also unload automatically. That'd be lovely. But you know, I'll take the wins that I can get. And so yeah, so we're just gonna pop this on a nice little time lapse, and I promise I'm not going to use Facticity again as the music in the background, and we'll get that cranking. So enjoy the song. Okay, well that's one time lapse done, and we are just about finished, and predictably, as soon as we're nearly finished, the weather forecast changes to a rain in the near future. I assume that's going to be tomorrow. I haven't decided what to do about that, partly because this is straw, so what do we care if it gets a little bit wet? It's going to get used for bedding anyway. But if we did want to take it and bring it under cover, it's not going to be a big job because we don't have that many bales, as it turns out. The 150 centimeters made a pretty short work of it, and we can lift that and turn off the baler. And I'm not going to unload the partially built bale because we don't really need to worry about that, since we have, what is it, 3 more fields to bale in due time. So we're just gonna leave it as is, and then we're gonna figure out when that rain is coming and if we need to take those bales and put them under cover somewhere. Like I said though, since it's straw, it's not that big of a deal, and I'm not super worried about just leaving it out there. First of all, this game doesn't simulate any kind of like decomposition of bales, so we don't need to worry about that at all. And second of all, even if it did, it would probably be marginal, because at the end of the day, this is not dried hay. We don't want it to stay dry necessarily. Oh man, this is a fiddly thing to back up. I mean, from in-cab. Mostly because the mirrors are actually kind of useless. So we're putting the machine under cover. Absolutely. Without any doubt, because we don't want that to get rained on if it doesn't have to. Shut the door as well. And then let's pop over onto... Nope. Hey, wait a minute, what is this? Oh, single row harvester, get out of here. We need this thing. Oof, that is not a great forecast actually. Looking at this, we have hail at 9 p.m. And then we're gonna... Well, that's a weird time to have a hailstorm actually. But anyway, and then we have June 2 and June 3 rain forecast. Okay. Well, in that case, we are gonna go and clear the bales off the field. Oh, I just turned off my tractor. And in order to do that, we're gonna need something to grab them with. I could use the pallet fork to pretty much great success. There shouldn't really be any great problem with using a pallet fork to pick up bales. It's literally doing the same thing, lifting a heavy thing. But if we go to the store and we go and look into our front loader implement, where might those be? Here they are, front loader tools. I have actually downloaded a few things here and there as mods are coming out. Maybe I have not. Are they all just telehandler? They are just telehandler tools. Well, anyway, you can see that I have downloaded a bunch of different fork grabber thingies over here, and unfortunately they're only for telehandlers, not front loaders. So, you know, that makes me sad, but it is what it is. I guess we'll just buy nothing. We could just buy a bale spike. They are a bit of a pain in the butt to use. Round bale forks, same thing. It's a little bit of a pain. Bale grab from Go Wild. So this thing actually, or even that thing, is really used for wrapped bales, so you don't perforate the wrapping. But that means that we can totally use it for our bales as well, and it shouldn't be any great, well, anything. I don't really know what this is. I think this is just a different kind of bale grab, and that it extends side to side to grab the bale. So let's have a looky. We have this one. for 1600. We have that one for 1600. This one for 1700. And this one for 2800. So this is for square bales. I see. This is for round bales of all sizes. The only reason I'm hesitant over here is this would be nice when in the future we make wrapped bales, but also I know from experience that these things are freaking wonky. They do not like to work as advertised. And so I'm not really sure I want to deal with that. And this one would be interesting. This one we would actually be picking the bale up from the side by the looks of it. Why don't we buy it? 1700. We're not strapped for cash, so we don't have to be all conscientious and all that. Let's go up to the store, pick it up, and see how it works. The benefit is that if you actually use the vehicle less than 2 hours of actual work time, if you decide to sell it right back, you will get your full amount. I might not, because I have various mods that modify the way that buying and selling stuff works in the game, and so I might actually not be able to get my money back fully, but who cares? It's 1700. We'll sell the garlic that's sitting by the greenhouses, and we'll be back where we started. So I'm honestly not worried. As you can see, you reach a point in the game where certain purchases just are kind of like, whatever, yeah, let's buy it, why not? So that's where we're starting to reach with our greenhouse setup over there. That you haven't seen me build, because apparently I didn't record it, because apparently my recording decided not to work for a minute there, or 20 actually. As you can tell, I'm still sour about it. As far as real time between that and this episode is only several hours, so for me this is fresh. For you it's gonna be almost a week or several days before you actually even see this episode. And so, you know, everybody who watches my videos, and thank you to those who do. Right, so let's see. Hello? Okay, let's zoom in a smidgen to see what is going on. Oh, no. That is not what I thought was happening. Okay, well luckily this is actually pretty simple to control. It's literally just hold the right mouse button and move left and right to close that. So that's not too bad. This is gonna work pretty easily. We'll see how it actually works when we try to load the bales onto the back of our pickup. Or is it a pickup? I don't know. Onto our vehicle. I will also take the vehicle back to the farm to drop off the bale twine or bale wrap, whatever. Which I just realized, I bought Massey Ferguson, but our baler is Case, so I didn't actually buy the branded stuff for my thing. Oh well. Just chalk it up to the list of goofy things that I've done in this series. And we're gonna strap a weight to the back of our tractor as well. So we need to stop by there regardless of what. And I think we might actually be in a little bit of a need of diesel. Let's see, can we see? Yeah, if you look at the dash, we are almost bingo fuel. So we're gonna stop by our little fuel tank and put a little bit of diesel. I'm not gonna fill it up all the way, we don't need to. I just kind of put it in as needed. Then we'll stop by. Here we go. Alright, refuel, just a smidgen. Obviously we would have to turn the tractor off, but not in Farming Simulator. In Farming Simulator you can do underway refueling without the risk of anything blowing up and catching fire, so that's nice. Here we go, swing by, pick up our weight. Hopefully this weight is going to be enough to keep the tractor stable. We'll see. Pick it up, lift it up. I don't remember how much it is, but it is probably less than a ton. And so we'll see. I don't actually know how much those bales weigh. but we will see. Obviously, it is not just a matter of weight, it is also a matter of, like, center of mass kind of thing. So here we go, and it is 6:16. It is 4:30 in the evening, or in the afternoon, that we're gonna start on these bales, and I'm gonna do that from outside so that we actually get a nice view. So we'll open wide, come up onto the bale from the round side, lift it. Let's see, is that good? Then nope. Lower it, clamp it, lift it. Oh, that is wonderful. I mean, it feels a little... Graphic errors notwithstanding, it looks a little bit precarious, if I'm honest. Like, it looks like this would have to be a tight squeeze before it fell out. But as you can see, our bale, our weight is holding the whole weight. I'm gonna put it down so that we're not terrorizing the hydraulics with this. And we're gonna hop into the pickup, deliver that, or take that back to the farm. And I'm gonna put on the tailgate on this, the little railing in the back, so that we don't have the bales just rolling off of the tractor. Although, in saying this, because of the shape of the grabber, I might have to put them sideways on top of this. So I might actually want the side rails rather than the back rail. And where do I want to put this? Here we go. Can I lift this by hand? No. I imagine that the rolls would be quite heavy, but maybe not that heavy. Let's just put them right here. That's a good spot for it if I ever saw one. Making use of the detritus on our farm. And then we'll just go over to our shop, where we can quickly modify the railings on our vehicle. Safeguards left and right. Do I want the back one? That is the question. I don't think I do. Since we're going to be putting them this way, I think we just want these ones. So yeah, so... Huh? Okay, what is happening? So right now... Okay, what is happening? There seems to be some kind of kerfuffle again in the game. What in tarnation? So as you can see, there seems to be a problem. I have put on the safeguards on the side of the vehicle, and it's saying that they're there, but they're definitely not there. And it's not letting me customize it otherwise. So there should be 3 states. There should be all of them, left and right, and just back, I think. Oh, customize anyway. Let's see what happened. I think our vehicles borked is what happened. Honestly. Yeah, I think that's what's up. So that would potentially explain why we're having all kinds of trouble with stuff staying on the back of this, because it's just being somewhat borked. And I don't think this is a modded vehicle. This is just a thing that comes standard in the game. And so I am honestly a little confused about what's going on. Oh well, we make do with the hand we've been dealt. Let's go up and let's actually go over to all of these bales over here, so that we are kind of in between all of this. Maybe like right here might be an ideal spot. Pop the truck off, and yeah, so we'll pick up all of these. And we see what's up. We see how this bale grab is working. I think it's gonna work a little bit better than the bale spike or bale fork might, because it doesn't require any kind of friction to remove from the grab itself. If that makes any sense. Like, all we have to do is open the arm, I guess, or whatever, and that should drop off the bale. There shouldn't be any, like, we don't need to drag our fork on the back of the, or on the flatbed in order to detach it. As well as we get to actually maneuver pretty tightly onto this. Ooh, but these are large bales. Okay. Now that I'm looking at this, I thought I was just gonna line them up sort of next to each other, but that might be a little sketch. Open it up, and let's see. Ooh, it's falling. Everything is falling. Okay, this might be a little bit more dodgy than I was Hello. That was interesting. This might be a little bit more dodgy than I was hoping. Oh, no, it's fine. Okay, goody. So let's go and strap that bale down. We missed a strap, that's fine. That should be good enough to load one from the other side. But for right now, let's just grab another one. And I was hoping to actually load 3 on each side, but I'm looking at this and that's gonna be a hard thing to do. I will in the future invest in a bale loader so that we don't have to fuff around with grabs, because they are not the easiest to handle in this game. So let's go around and park this on the other side. I have this a little crooked, so that's not ideal either, but again, we're making it work. Maybe if I zoomed out a little bit, it would be easier. There. Open it up and lift. Okay, so yeah, so maybe in the future we shouldn't make large bales. We should make the 225s or 125s rather. Okay, look at this. It's like, I mean, we can fit another set on top at least, so there is that. And I'm not super worried about overloading the vehicle. I mean, other than like snapping the body in half, because we are just gonna drive this undercover at the farm and unload it into our barn. So there is really, the only place where we're going on the road is this bit and across to our farm. And if anybody wants to say anything about that, well, they're welcome to sleep here and wait for me to do it. To give me a citation for badly loaded vehicle or whatever. Maybe we'll wait until traffic dies down so that we don't hit a school bus or something. I hear people get a bit iffy when children are involved. So there. Let's put that right up here. Whoa. Open it up. And this is going to be quite the job then. So much so that we might, I mean, there isn't really a lot to do, but I might actually do another time-lapse, 2 time-lapse episode. That would be fun. It hasn't happened in a long time. Partly because I hate the editing process. I hate having to add the musics and then put in the credits in, like, on YouTube itself for the licensing of the musics. That's pretty much like the only requirement for using them, is you have to credit where you got them from and who made them. And it's not a lot of work, but it is, like, you know, it's extra. So there, nudge it. Okay, or don't nudge it, it'll keep. Let's go strap it. Bam. But at this pace we might not even want to make a time lapse. So like, look at this, there's 2 more that we can fit and then 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then there's gonna be 2 bales left on the field. I might not even come back to grab them with the truck. I might just literally carry them in the grabber across the street. And bam. Snap that. And then we're just gonna reverse into place. And I mean, that would conclude the harvest on this particular field, right? Then we're gonna start a new cycle, essentially. And we're gonna be finally using all of the new toys that I bought throughout the last year, essentially. Bam. That'll keep. That's I'm happy with that. Let's go pick up that one there. And I will move the truck over, I think, because then we need 3, and that'll be a lot easier to just do from over there. But I think I like this duel. I didn't think it was gonna work as neatly, I guess, or as smoothly as it does. And so this is my favorite new bale grab, I think. I'm not even sure if it's one that came in the game or if it's a mod that I'm just not remembering having downloaded. Again, I think because of the lack of sharp points, I think this is meant to be a wrapped bale handler, and I don't really care. I don't really see how it would actually change anything one way or another. Sure, why not? Let's strap it. Let's grab the pickup truck and drive it over to that side, and we'll put 3 on top into the gap. I'm worried that it might push the other bales off the side, but I'm not that worried, I guess, is what I'm gonna say. And then we just have 2 in the field that we have to come and pick up later, like I said. And yeah, if this wasn't about limiting the amount of like dead watch time of just like walking through the field, I'd just walk it for the sake of immersion. But since we're in a little bit of a hurry to keep recording time under 35 minutes, which already is not happening, already we're almost at an hour, yeah, we'll see. There we go. I do like this. So I was worried because sometimes in Farming Simulator with these sort of arm implements, what happens is the arm just goes all wonky and like glitches and turns backwards. I think there was like an implement that we were using in this series already where that happened. I can't remember what it was, but I distinctly remember it might have been like a... yeah, I don't remember what it was, but anyway, it did the thing where like the graphics, this arm in the front essentially like flips up as if it just like got broken. And so I was worried that that was going to be happening every time we tried to clamp down on the bale a little too hard. But so far so good. So far so good. And so if you don't like bale grabs just like I don't, this is a really good one. This actually this makes me not hate bale grabbing and makes me want to do this legit instead of running around the field with super strength, which granted we haven't really done. In the first year we used the Schmetterling, which is German word for butterfly. What is happening there? We used the Schmetterling bale grabs, which essentially like you put it on the front and the back of your tractor, and then you can grab your bales that way, and then you just carry them wherever you're going. It's not a lifter. It doesn't allow you to lift anything. It just kind of picks them up off the ground so you can transport them. And those ones are nice, but kind of basic. And they are actually a little bit of a pain in the butt to like make them work right because of the physics of the bales in this game. I have no doubt that in like real life they're actually pretty easy to do, because all you really have to do is just back up onto a bale and Bob's your uncle. Or, you know, front up, I guess, if you left the bale in the front. Let's go and strap it all down. I'm just gonna go and do this real quick. Bam. That is good, and we're gonna leave that here and use the tractor. So how many there are in the field still? 2. Okay, yay, my math skills haven't rusted. I can count to 10, or in this case 2. Bam, and I'm just gonna take this straight across. Whoop. Oh, see what I mean? See what I mean? It's a little bit wonky, but we won't blame the game for that. That's me being stupid and not handling it right. And yeah, so we'll just see what it looks like from in cap while we're puttering over across the field. And this will also enable me to just find a spot directly where I want to put the bales without having a truck to unload. I think I want to put it in the big barn. It is, after all, what that barn is for. Because the entire top floor is covered in straw. So, yeah. It's not my favorite thing, honestly. I do wish that we could use that area to store, you know, things. But I do understand the, I guess, artistic choice that Giants made when they built that little maze up top. And with the mod that enables us to just kind of delete. Oh, poop! There's a cedar in there. With the mod that enables us to delete stuff off the map without the use of Giants Editor, we can probably actually get rid of all of that. It's just one of those things that I like to use sparingly in case something goes horribly wrong. And so I'm not really interested in deleting all the stuff up there, especially because we don't have any real means of putting the bales up there. Like there's no conveyor belt, there's no lifter or of any kind up there that we could use. So yeah, maybe we just kind of stack them right over here. Whoop. So I need to learn to make sure that I lift the thing up properly, and then that'll work. Nice and easy. Last bale of the field and then we'll be done. And then we can roll on to June 2, which is promising to be rainy. So actually it might really sort of screw up my harvesting plans. So yeah, no bueno. But at the very least we have accomplished something. And if we really wanted to get a head start on everything, we could go and we could mulch this field afterwards. After all the bales are cleared off, it should not be a big deal to get the mulcher up here. Even though it's 6 p.m. I think that the way I'm looking at it is like we're already working a long day, all things considered. And so we probably don't want to be on the field until 9 p.m. if we don't have to. Of course, wait, where's my bale? Okay, this is a first failure of the bale grab that... Ooh, what is happening? Lots of FPS loss, for reasons only known to the game itself. Okay. I don't really know what happened there, but maybe we were going too fast or something. After all, this is a farming implement, not a racing implement. Haha, he said funnily. So, let's go and nozzle this one up right next to the other. It makes the stacking of the bales a little bit easier, I want to say. Because we're handling them from the wrapped side instead of the other way around. Good. And then I'm just gonna park the tractor right up here and go get the pickup truck. And that's gonna be that for this episode. I'm gonna either save that for rainy day, the unloading, or just do it off camera. You don't need to see me puttering about with that. And that way I get to keep the recording under 55 minutes, which hopefully when we do the time lapse for the baling, or when I like edit it, it's gonna bring the time down to a more watchable volume. But yeah, so I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you come back for another episode, which hopefully will be soon. I did get a little bit stuck playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but I am trying to get back on top of this, so I'm not wasting, you know, too much time. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right here and make a decision on it in a minute. But yes, come back for the next episode. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you wanna, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.